Nah, it's good. You don't gotta adjust it or anything like that. When I say that, I'm talking about this video. You don't have to adjust it. It was for you. You needed to hear it. That's why you're here. So, yes, drinking. Why I feel thankful now that I've stopped. Why you'll feel better. Some of y'all needed to hear about yourself. You specifically need to stop drinking. I'll help you. Reach out. Look in the description. So, one of the first things that I'd say I'm thankful for is my marriage. And me and my wife used to drink. Me and my wife both used to drink liquor, and that was definitely not conducive to an early relationship, marriage, any of it. All of the different stages that we went through were not helped because both of us was getting drunk as a skunk, let's say. And it here's the thing, it ain't been too long since I was on that buck. Yeah. I ain't stopping. I'm going to drink. And I'm going to drink a lot. I'm going to drink. I'm going to be drinking. And I'm going to be driving, which gave me a DUI, which, of course, you don't want to get. I mean, unless you have like a spare, like maybe 3 to 5 thousand, maybe upwards of like maybe 15,000 that you kind of just want to throw away to the court and to getting the breathalyzer, getting a lawyer, paying the court fees, paying the county and state fees, having to come back to the state that you had got the DUI in if you got it in a different state and do the auto lock program, which could be, I mean, rent a car that you're going to have to use unless you ship your car over there, and the auto lock on top of that, which costs a couple hundred a month. For me, it was basically the equivalent of my insurance. Or no, I think it wasn't even that. I think it was more. I think it was closer to the cost of the car whenever we still had a car payment on it. So back to the things that I'm grateful for. My marriage. Now that marriage has brought me a beautiful daughter who's now 4 years old, and I have not been an alcoholic throughout any of her existence or time being here. She hasn't seen me or known me with alcohol, even at 6 months old. So I'm definitely grateful for that because I've seen every mix of alcohol use pretty much from the lowest to the most outrageous amounts, and most of it isn't really that conducive to raising a child or any anything specifically. Definitely not driving a car. But yeah, another thing is my career. So I got my relationship back together, which gave us a child who's doing great, healthy, beautiful, and also gave me back career prospects because I wasn't necessarily doing the best career wise while I was completely wasted all the time. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk being drunk as a skunk all the time wouldn't help you out with your career and how it's going and your trajectory? Because one of the things that I found out is that alcohol use, especially at extreme levels, lowers vitamin B. Vitamin B is what makes you kind of smart. Like, you might not even really know simple, addition and subtraction if your levels of vitamin B drop too low for you. And my levels were probably extremely low while I was still in the military. But and it'll drop it artificially for you even if you're still young, whenever you still would normally have, high levels of vitamin B. But yeah, making the correct career moves, being able to progress further into my career. I went from making 42,500 and maybe let's say the equivalent of like 50,000 in the military to where I'm at currently, making 114,000, working a job that I only have to work 50 hours a week, which if you check out some of the other videos that I have, you'll be able to see more into my career in that direction. I don't want to get too far down that pathway, but drinking definitely reduced the amount of screw ups, or drinking, stopping my drinking definitely helped me with the amount of screw ups that I was experiencing throughout my career. Waking up late. I think I was even like randomly texting my boss in the military random stuff at night because I was probably blacking out or browning out and just not even knowing who or what I was saying or doing or texting. Which, of course, I've heard plenty of stories of people texting their ex or something crazy like that. I didn't do that, but I probably did something worse. So, but yeah, and there's just untold amounts of ignorance, ridiculousness, suffering that I steered myself away from. More than likely, another DUI. If not a DUI, probably crashing into somebody else and affecting someone else's life. And now I'm sitting up in prison, worried about my butt and how well I can fight. Like it. It's just not worth it. That's for sure. Much rather just be in an office somewhere, working, coming back home to my family, my wife, my daughter, and doing it the easy way while I still have a chance before someone actually makes me change. And especially for guys, alcohol is like a major leader to you ending up in some sort of incarceration somewhere where you'll have to be drinking prison or jail wine versus what you can get out here in these streets. But yeah, and I guess the last thing, which is very close to the others on the list of things that I'm thankful for, is my family. Outside of, my wife and my child, I have a better relationship with them now that I'm not constantly drinking and being belligerent or saying just whatever the heck. I definitely appreciate it. My family is older and they didn't just have a whole bunch of time for me to just be out in these streets screwing up. Pay attention, y'all. I'm gonna give you some game. You wipe the camera off so y'all can pay some daggone attention. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, this is specifically for you and your kind of leaps and bounds ahead of your computer or your peers if you're listening to this sort of thing, because they're still out at the clubs drinking, probably like right now, even though today is just a Thursday, but there's still places that be opened up during the week. And that's probably a fair assumption for pretty much any age range that you're in currently, even if you're still like 18 or 19. People be out here drinking, getting drunk underage. I definitely did it, and I know it still happens. But check the link in the description. Check the number in the description for consultation. I do consultation over the phone for either 30 minutes a week or for an hour a week. We'll be able to discuss the price over the phone. For that, I also have my ebooks for how I got over drinking and my audiobook for how I got over drinking on my website, which is, of course, linked in the description below. Take back your life. You know, I don't think that I would have made this transition into entrepreneurship, which is really what I see this as. I guess you can call me a creator or YouTuber or whatever, but in reality, I'm an entrepreneur, which is why I have my business hooked to it, which is what's in the link in the description below. True Estimating Solutions LLC, which is, where my website is for my actual company that I'm the CEO of. And yeah, made me make better decisions. It made me get to the point to where I am right now. And if I would have continued, I probably wouldn't have liked the place that I ended up in as of right now. So do the same. Catch you in the next one.